In this video, we will review some of the more advanced features and troubleshooting processes in the iSales app. The topics we'll review are dispositioning appointments, running credit without a cell signal, booking site inspection offline, altering the panel layout, utilizing consultant notes, putting in a down payment amount, selecting cashback, and how to record and report any technical difficulties. Whenever you have an appointment, regardless of the result, you must disposition that appointment so that it is updated in the system. So, even if you show up to a customer's home and no one is there, you must mark it accordingly. Select decline and then the specific reason. For every dispo, you are required to input notes. Once you've done so, then hit done so that it is recorded in Salesforce. If you need to reschedule an appointment, simply change the date, go back and input notes, and then hit update. After you rebook an appointment, that specific opportunity turns gray. A new green appointment for that future date will appear further down in the Events tab. If the sit was complete but not signed, you are required to either rebook or decline. You should always do your best to schedule a follow-up appointment with the customer. In some scenarios, the customer may prefer that you simply call them back to check in versus setting up another appointment. In these cases, toggle the callback feature, set the date you plan to call back, put in some notes, and hit update. This will now show up as a scheduled call in your events calendar. Occasionally, when booking an appointment, the CIT or consultant may select the wrong address. If this happens, the proper procedure is to decline that opportunity and then create a new opportunity in iCanvas or My Doors in iSales with the correct address. If you are a consultant rebooking an appointment that the CIT booked, please make sure that you send an email to sales support so that they may track and compensate accordingly. Now let's discuss the rare situation in which you do not have a sufficient cell signal to run the customer's credit in iSales. Your first course of action should be to ask the customer if you may use their Wi-Fi. This should allow you to complete the credit check normally. However, if that is not an option, simply call customer care, ask them to run credit over the phone, and provide you with an override code. Then, go back into iSales, fill out their info, ask them to sign the credit form, and then hold your finger down on the Submit for Approval tab for roughly 5 to 7 seconds. A window will pop up in which you can input the override code, then hit OK, and proceed with going through the rest of the presentation. On a similar note, if cell connection is an issue, you may not be able to book the site inspection time. In this case, select Cancel, and then simply select Book Offline. You can then schedule the site visit when you call in for the verification call at the end of the appointment. Now let's back up a little bit. When selecting the system size, you have some great features available. Not only can you select which arrays you want to use or not use, but you may also draw on the panel image if you need to indicate any special circumstances, such as tree removal or unusual electrical panel placement. For these items or any specific info that should be related to account management or operations, make sure that you record it in the consultant notes as well. These notes will show up in Salesforce so that all departments are on the same page. If a customer ever wants more panels than we have engineered, select Upgrade Request. This will trigger the site inspection team and ops to accommodate this request if indeed it is possible to add more panels. On this page, you may also input a down payment amount if the customer wants to lower their monthly cost. Simply input the amount they are willing to put down, select Update, and the system's costs will adjust accordingly. Note, the customer does not have to pay the down payment at the sit. They will be invoiced at a later date. Now let's discuss cashback. This feature should only be used in rare cases and only 4 kilowatt systems and above. If a customer is not wanting to sign at the end, you should use the AKRC method to correctly uncover what is holding the customer back, overcome the objection, and confidently ask for the business again. However, if you feel cashback is the only way to persuade the customer to move forward, first call your office leader for approval, and then if granted, you'll want to hold your finger down on the system size on the Docs tab for about 3 to 5 seconds. After that, the cashback incentive box will appear. Once you select it, the cashback form will appear in the required documents. After signing the worksheet and installation agreement, ask the customer to sign the cashback form as well. This doc is required in order for the customer to receive their cash back. The last item we'll discuss is how to correctly notify the developer of any iSales issues. When an issue occurs, simply hold 2 fingers down on the screen for about 5 to 7 seconds. And then a window will pop up asking you what went wrong. Type in the issue and hit Compose Report. This will link you to a direct email to our developer support. Input any other useful information and then hit Send. As we all know, the iSales software is an amazing tool. The more we communicate with our IT support, the better we can utilize the app. If you ever have any general questions, you may also email support at helpdesk@americansolardirect.com or give them a call at 424-214-6759.